Stop shared? Why? Oh, yep.
You can close that. No, yeah, close the tab.
Which tab? Oh, because I can hear it.
Yeah, it's just a screen there. Close the calendar. No advertisers. You don't need to go ahead and
Okie dokie. All right, so I'm gonna start here in about a couple minutes. Can you still hear me? Okay. Regardless of what happened, we're going through it.
Can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Wow, we were supposed to be, talking and stuff in the beginning.
We were what?
We were supposed to be talking and stuff in the beginning.
Okay. Hi, Sean. Oh, well, you're under Sabrina.
It doesn't matter.
All right, I'm starting at 7:05.
Okay.
Yeah, 7:05. And we're gonna keep it.
What was I looking for? I thought that I could change my name.
I can mute you.
Can you see this?
All right, I'm about to start the meeting, y'all, okay?
Okay. Did you see
Trinity,
right on the screen?
why are you writing on the screen?
Sorry, I didn't know.
You made a big yellow circle on there.
I saw an edit button. I didn't know.
See, this is why the teachers who are in classes take away everybody's tools.
Well, you should be able to take away my ability to edit or something, because I should be able to do that.
Let me see. I don't think I could do that.
Okay, well, no matter.
Okay, well, it's 7:05, so we're gonna start because we're streaming live anyway, right?
Yeah.
All righty. So, hey, hi, Sean. Thank you so much for coming.
Oh, yes, you're welcome. I'll go ahead and mute myself, okay?
Okay. Yeah. All right. Hello. Thank you so much for coming to the masterclass. It is 7:05. I'm starting a little late. I was trying to, wait for a little while to see if anybody's going to hop in, but we're just going to go ahead and get this started. I am Sabrina. I am the one who's going to be hosting everything and showing you exactly how you can set up your own e-commerce store here within 24 hours. And as you can see here, it says, how a mother of six runs her own e-commerce store using her smartphone and started with no money. And right now, because my computer actually did go down and I'm sharing in computers, I do work off my phone a lot. So the fact that I can do this on my phone is really, really awesome. Okay. So either way, like I said, I am Sabrina. And I am a mother of six with one on the way. Yay. And I'm a stay-at-home mom. I homeschool all my children, and I've been a happy wife for 15 years, which is great. And I'm going to tell you exactly how, I got started in this e-commerce world. And it's crazy. I've been in the e-commerce business for about I'm gonna say like 4 years. Okay. I've been in there for 4 years. I've been an entrepreneur now for 7 years. And the beginning of the entrepreneurial world is crazy because I'm telling you, when you get into it, you just get into it. And the way that I even just started with my entrepreneurial lifestyle, I was looking to I was looking for everything that I could do, that I could work from home, that would bring me some money instantly, or, something that I could work with to really work for me, and I did find like a few things. And the only problem was when it came to really, finding things online was, a lot of the things that um, I, I found, excuse me, a lot a lot of the things that I did find, at first when I started online, it was not legitimate, or it wasn't legitimate. It was, or I had to pay some ridiculously like high price just to be able to start a business opportunity. And back then when I started, I didn't have that. I had my children at home. I was homeschooling. My husband was working. So it's not like I could just, you know, invest so much in at that time. And when I found out all of these things, I'm just like, okay, I just don't, I couldn't find, anything that could really work for me at that point. And then my husband started talking to some guy, and he introduced me, and he said, hey, this guy, he's into e-commerce. And I said, what exactly is that? And he's like, well, he sells things online, and they do something called drop shipping. So, I had no clue what that was. And so I ended up talking to the guy, and he explained to me how, you could actually sell things online. You don't have to have the product. You don't have to actually have it like physically with you. You just have to get access to it. So this intrigued me a lot because, one, I could do it from home, and it was free. He said I could even have an account for free, something like that. And I said, okay, I'm a little interested. It really piqued my interest at that point. So then he said he had this course for, I think it was just $20. He said, for $20 you can get into this course, and it'll teach you exactly how you're going to be able to sell things online without having the product, without having to put any money down, things like that. And at that point, $20 was just okay. It was affordable, and it of course I had, some reserves about it because it was online and I didn't know about it. But once I got into it, it really, really explained how things work, how people sell things online. And it was one of the best things. And I've been in the e-commerce world ever since. And so what it really did teach me, and what it taught me, was how people are buying and selling things online without even having the product. Is called drop shipping. And when people are drop shipping, as you can see, children are here. I do this from home, so you'll hear them here and there. Either way, what it was with drop shipping is, I started my account on eBay. It's totally free to start your account on eBay. And when you start your account on eBay, you get to just list products, and you don't actually have to physically have these products, is what they said. So I was like, okay. What they showed me was, back then, I don't suggest doing this now because there's a better way of doing it. But what they told me was, basically, I go to um brand name stores like Walmart, Amazon, things like that, and I find a product. And what I do is I choose a product, I mark it up, and then I list it on eBay. And that was the way that they were saying that a lot of people are just doing things nowadays. They said, this is how you list things, this is how you get started, and this is how you don't have to have the product in order to get started. So, I was like, okay, well, let me try it. So the way they were telling me how to do things were, look, pick out all of the, top selling products that you see, all of the popular products, and just start listing on eBay. And it didn't cost me anything to list it on eBay, I think. And the only time that eBay wanted, like, if I went over 250 listings in a month, that's when you had to pay more per month. But other than that, I could list it for free. And when I actually sold the product, it charged me a 15% fee of that product. So I did this for a little while. And after about a week of listing, I actually sold something. I actually sold a storage bench online. Okay. I picked it from Walmart. It was like 50 bucks. I marked it up to $75 and I actually sold it. And that's when I realized, this was that's the world of drop shipping. That's what people do. This is how people sell things online, especially if you don't have your own product. And especially if you have nothing to start with, this is like one of the ways that people actually do it, and they start it for free and everything like that. So that's why I said, okay, wow, when I made my first sale, it went to my account instantly. Once it went to my account, I bought it from Walmart, I shipped it to the person, and then I made that profit. So, and afterwards, eBay charged me a 15% fee. So after that, I still was in the profit. So that's how a lot of things work with drop shipping nowadays. And that's why I said, I wouldn't suggest going to Walmart and marking things up and going to eBay, which you can do, and which people are kind of still doing in a way, but they're going to better sites to get a better price on things, which I'm going to show you a little bit later on how to do that. But that's how I got entered into the world of commerce and into the world of drop shipping, which was awesome. And I'm telling you, it's the fact that you can do this from home is where I wanted to start with. And that's why I'm like, with eBay, you can start there, but there are better ways of doing it now. But overall, if you don't have, anything to start with, and are really just trying to understand everything, that's how you could see, and work your way into it. But I'm going to show you guys a little better way of how you can still have no money and how to be able to drop ship from certain places and it still be profitable for you. Okay. So like I said, in the purpose of this masterclass, I'm going to teach you in 7 steps exactly how to create your own online store today. And afterwards, I'm gonna also go through Shopify, which I'm gonna explain to you what it is later here in a moment. And I'm gonna show you exactly how to do the setups and things like that if you have time, but I'm gonna be running through that as well, okay? So what we're gonna be covering today, number 1, is how to pick a product, what kind of website you're gonna need to start with, how to set up your store, like, not the full background, but just enough to where that you could actually start listing your products and selling things, going over why having an LLC and a separate business account is really good, how to design your store, deciding on where to sell your products from if you don't already have an idea of your own product, and how to get people to actually come to your store. All right. So that's what we're going to be covering today. And the first one here is how to pick a product. So a lot of people right here, this is where I kind of elaborate, and this is very important, especially if you're just starting, because that's where a lot of beginners and a lot of people start from, like, oh, what kind of product should I pick, and where do I get these products or something like that. And I'm going to tell you that the best way to actually pick your product is to figure out who exactly you're going to be picking your product from. I mean, excuse me, who you are going to be serving. Who do you actually want to sell to? The type of person, what they like, things like that. If you figure all of that out in the beginning, it's going to make picking a product so much easier, because when you actually pick your product, when you think about the who first, you're picking their product for that who versus the other way around. Because then when you pick the product, you're like, you still have to figure out, oh, well, who would still be interested in this? But if you pick your who first, it actually just narrows it down a little bit more, especially the products that you can pick for your who. Like, if you are picking a mother or a cook or an animal lover, things like that. You need to go into a little bit more detail of the type of mother, the type of animal lover, the type of cook that you're going to be serving. Like, okay, if you want to serve a mother who has children, how old are her children? How many children does she have? Does she have a big family, small family? What is she into? Things like that. These are the kind of things that you're going to have to think about later on anyway. And to really, really get that in the beginning is very important. So, I know a lot of people are like, it's all about the product, which and for some people it is, but to be really honest, it's really about who you want to serve. And that actually took me a long time to learn. And now that I've actually learned it and understood who I'm actually serving, it really breaks things down just so much easier, because at first you want to go with who you're comfortable with, or, just start with who you're comfortable with, selling. Even start with yourself, and the things that you like, things like that. So, I mean, it's not just like, oh, I figured it out. You got to really do a little bit of research on the who part. Okay. Because then when you figure out the who, if you're saying, okay, if you pick an animal lover, you're like, okay, I picked this animal lover who loves little dogs like pugs or mini pinchers or things like that. You know that they kind of stick into the certain category. And when you go to pick your product, it actually narrows it down, and you're like, oh, okay, what kind of product would be perfect for this animal lover who loves little dogs, or this type of dog. And you do your research on the type of dog that you um, can think about that these owners have. So when you actually break that down, the product that you actually pick is, think of a problem that you can solve for them in the beginning, like what problems, or a product that just makes things a little bit more convenient for them. So when it comes to picking a product, I'm always going to say, think about the who first, because this will help you in the long run and at the end, especially when you're all done setting up your store, on who you want to serve. Okay, so remember, the who part is the most important part to when you are picking your product. Okay, so don't just, you know, gloss over this, because you're still going to come to these questions. Even if you pick your product, you're still going to come to these questions. So don't just gloss over it, and, keep it going from there. Okay. Um, oh, excuse me. I just, you know, sorry, here we go. Number two, what kind of website do you need to start your store? And when it comes to the website, as you heard me mention, I mentioned eBay because that is a place that you can list your things for free. There's other places like OfferUp, you can even go to Craigslist. I mean, there's a lot of things that you like, a lot of these little places that you can go to list your items. But one of the best ways and the best places to actually do it, that I will always recommend, is Shopify. Shopify is, you get a free 2-week trial with Shopify, and then it's only $30 a month to try. But with this way, you control everything in the store. You get to set up how you want the shipping done, how it looks. There's no 15% fee on every single item that you're selling. I think there is like maybe like a credit card processing fee, but it's very small compared to what everybody else is charging for you to list on their platform. But with Shopify, it's beginner friendly. It's really easy to set up, and you have the control, and it's yours. Okay. So that's the greatest thing about Shopify that I will always, recommend, because it's always, you want to have control of your own business. And when you do go to eBay or anything like that, you do have to pay them and go by their rules. And they have, certain rules on the kind of pictures that you can do, how many titles you can have in there, where you should be shipping from. It's not as clear cut. Even though it is free, you still have to go by their rules. Okay. So with Shopify, you will be able to go ahead and you control everything from that point, from the shipping, taxes, price of the product, everything. So that's why, I'm going to show you exactly how to set up your Shopify store after this. But Shopify is definitely the number one, especially if you don't know how to do any type of web design. All right. So with setting up your store, a lot of people go into I'm gonna say, how does it look? How is it supposed to see? How is it supposed to be seen? Things like that. And when you're really just setting up your back office of it, it's really simple. You just want to do a general setup. And so that you could actually start using your store and you can start making money that day. And that's just setting up the general information. You actually put, who you are, what your store is about, where you're going to be shipping from. But that's even if you're drop shipping, it's okay to just put your regular information. Shipping, you get to just set up if you're going to be charging for shipping. Once you decide if you're going to be charging for shipping or not, free shipping, or how you see if you get $35 or over, you can put it to that way, which I'm going to show you all of this after we're done. But this is just a general setup that you need. You do need to have payment information. They do accept all types of credit card, and if you have PayPal or Amazon Pay, they do have that you can use to actually accept payments from people. And you have to make sure you set that up so that you can start getting the money into your account as soon as somebody buys. And then taxes, whatever tax bracket that you're in, or whatever state, country that you're in, you set up the taxes to those. And I always suggest to people, look it up in your state to see what that is when you're selling things. And if you really just don't know, the best advice is to contact a tax attorney. Most of them give you a free consultation to say, hey, I'm selling stuff online. What should I be charging for this if you really just don't have an idea or you can't find it online? But these are just the general things that you need to just be able to set up in your back office to be able to start selling things today. And it's not that much to do at all, as you will see when we go into a one-side show after we're all done here. Okay. So number 4, having an LLC and a separate business account. Having an LLC, because you are your own business, you're going to want your own LLC when you really start getting into this. And I know with a lot of people, when they're just starting, they're like, oh, well, I don't have an LLC right now. Does that mean I can't start? No, that does not. But you do want to at least have a separate business account, especially with your finances to start with. And then when you really get into it, really look into getting an LLC, because that also helps with your taxes at the end of the year. Okay, so with having an LLC, you get different tax breaks. But until then, if you want to just get started today and go and you don't have it, it's fine. You're a sole proprietor, just have a definite separate business account. Okay, all right. How to design your store. This is where a lot of people and a lot of beginners that I have worked with are really hung up on. And I'm here to tell you that you do not need a whole lot to work with. And I'm going to actually show you real quick a simple Shopify store, a test Shopify store that I always use, which is right here. And I just show people, look, you just need a simple design and a place to list your products. This is all you really need, because when you start your store, you're not going to be sending them to your actual store. You're actually going to be sending them to the product listing. Okay, this is the page that you're going to be sending them to. The actual store itself is not as important, especially when you're starting out. And of course, when you start and you're going through everything, you're going to want to design your store better. But in the meantime, just to start today, that is not needed. Okay, so don't get hung up on, oh, well, it has to, I've seen other stores look like this and have this, but that will come as you go and as you're working, when you find out what products you're going to be doing and what's more popular, so that you can put on the front page, so that you could actually concentrate on it. But just to begin, it is not needed. Okay, because I can personally say that when I started my Shopify store and I actually started selling things, I didn't even have a picture on my front page. at all. I didn't have a picture. I didn't even know how to put the picture. And I actually sold other things in my store and I had no clue how the person got there, but they got there. You know, they did get there, but overall it was not done. And I was still selling things out the store because I was sending people right to the product page. So, and a lot of people, they send people right to the store. And here's a little tip: you send them right to the product page. And as long as that product page is set up with the picture, with the price, with the description, you're going to be good. So, for the most part, you know, you just keep it really simple, just like that. Okay. Decide on where to sell your products from. Like, I mentioned to you when I first started learning how to drop ship, I went to Walmart. I was going to all these big name brands and trying to look at their products and see, you know, where they were just listing there and marking it up. And a lot of people are um finding different places to do that still, but the really good ones are going to certain sites to get the lower price on what we see in Walmart now. And I'm going to actually let you know what that is. And one of the main sites is called AliExpress, okay? Because a lot of the things that we are getting is made in China. And this is how they are going about and getting things very cheap to be able to mark up to go ahead and sell here in the States. And this is one of the busiest, one of the main and most popular sites that people buy from. So as you can see, I already have something up here for cell phone cases. Okay. And as you can see, these are the prices of the cell phone case. And as you know, when we go to the store, we're paying about 10, $20, or even if you know, go to Five and Below or whichever, these cases are being marked up to that price. Okay, but this is how they're doing it because they're able to go to this site and get it for the same, for these prices right here. You see $1.12, $2.02, and things like that. And what I'm also going to show you here is that when you start to drop ship and when you start to pick your items, and if you're going to pick them from here, then there are certain things that you have to look for, because I know a lot of people are like, you know, they've had bad experiences with AliExpress because they don't know how to actually pick from AliExpress. And I'm about to show you exactly what you're going to be looking for when you actually do go to this site. So like I said, with cell phone cases, it's really simple. And as you can see, there's a lot here that you can pick from, that the prices are just so low, right? Just so low. And when you're just starting, one thing that you want to look for here is, as you can see here, 9,698. This right here sold 9,698 times. Okay, you see the reviews here. You want to pick a product that has reviews, it has orders on them, versus another product that have, let me see. Right here, there is, oh, that's an ad though. But as you can see here, there is no reviews, there's no star, there's no sold, there's nothing on this. You want to stay away from them. And I usually stay away from the ones that have low sold numbers here. As you can see, they have a 3.3 with 48 sold. Right here, you have maybe about, you know, 254 sold. I honestly like to look at things that are sold over the 1,000 ranges and look at the ratings from that point. And also from here, because when it comes to your products and how you're selling them, another problem that people come into are your shipping problems, because they're like, you know, Amazon and Walmart, they provide 2 day to 7 day shipping. And with AliExpress, because of where it's coming from, it is going to take longer. Okay, but that the way that Walmart and every Amazon are able to get it to you within 2 days, because they've already had so many shipped over to the United States and are able to just send them to you from their warehouses. Okay, so the way that you combat the shipping times for right now, especially in the beginning when you're new, you want to click ship from the United States. Okay, so when you actually click on ship from the United States, you see it has everything has changed here. And I have personally gotten things when you get from the United States, you get a proper USPS tracking code. So that is one of the awesome things of being able to pick that. And as you can see here, there's still a lot of places that you can choose from the cell phone community, but you can look up, let's see, pet leashes for, the pet lovers and things like that, shipping from the United States. And then it goes into what items are available from here that get shipped and can get to your audience and to the people who buy from you within at least 7 to 10 days. Okay, I know that's not still ideal, but while you're still testing out products, while you're, testing out products in the beginning, and you're really trying to figure out what's going to be popular, what's going to be selling. This is just something that to keep in mind, because though when you actually start making the money and you start building, you'll be able to buy in bulk and then give your customers a better shipping time. But for right now, this is the best way to go about it because it's the best shipping times that you're going to get. If you do get things shipped straight from China, it will take about 21 days. Okay, so for the most part, even though it's like they might be a little cheaper, you still have the USA shipping option, which is less time. It's not comparable to the Walmart or Target or Amazon, but you'll get there, especially when you start building up, you're getting your success, and then you'll be able to get it to yourself to be able to ship out to other people. Okay, so like I said, they have other places other than AliExpress, but this one's it seems to be the most legitimate for me that I've seen over the years. I mean, there are like, certain distributors that will say, oh, I do it, but I just personally don't trust that. So this is why I've stuck with that. And then even if you pick a product, you could actually message the actual supplier and say, hey, I'm going to be selling your things. And when you actually do that, you can be in communication with them. And some of them will actually ship out your things faster because you're doing them a favor. So I've done that as well. I've actually recently I have a bike bag that I was looking to sell for them. I contacted the distributor because I wanted better pictures. And now that they know that I'm going to be shipping them, they actually sent me different pictures than what we had on the screen here. So, you have different options, especially when you contact your distributor, which you can do. And some of them will work with you to give you a even more better shipping time. Okay. But like I said in the beginning, do the United States shipping so that you could get it, not as you don't have to wait as long as getting it from China, but not as fast as the Amazon, but it's like in between and your customers will still be happy. Okay. So next, let's talk about how to get people to really come to your store. Because once you have everything set up, this is where, a lot of people are like, okay, well, I have everything set up. How do I get people to come to my store? And I have a couple of options for you, which I'm going to discuss. You can, of course, you can use social media. You could post your product in different marketplaces. You could do word of mouth, but most people do paid ads. And with paid ads, you can use Facebook, Instagram, things like that. But for the most part, you can use social media for Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, everything, Facebook. Those are, of course, the most popular, and that actually works for people, especially if you know who you're going to and you know who you're targeting. You can go to certain groups and target through them. So with paid ads, it is a little bit more complicated, which I can explain at another point, but you could contact people to actually help you sell and just give them a commission. But either way, these are the best avenues that you're going to be having when it gets the people coming to your store. Okay. Um, what I went over here, the e-commerce tools and resources, like I just showed you, is Shopify. And when you're doing Google search and Google Trends, let me show you Google Trends real quick. Like if once you figure out the who that you want to serve, Google Trends is definitely something that is helpful for a lot of people because you can search any term in here and see what kind of um, uh, uh, results and what kind of rating that people are looking for and seeing if people are looking for it. So let's do, I did cell phone cases in AliExpress. So we're going to do a search term of cell phone cases. And as you can see here, the trend, it shows you how it goes up and when it went down and what month it went down. And it shows you the actual states that, people were looking for, the most popular states that, people in this state were looking for cell phone cases and things like that. So it shows you exactly the type of cell phone thing. As you can see here, it shows different topics related to cell phone cases. So whatever product that you end up picking for the who that you picked, you can go here, you can look up the search term, and it shows you what kind of trend it's on, what other people are looking into relation for that to help you pick the product for your who. So that is definitely something that I have always, thought was pretty awesome. And if you're still having, and if you picked your who and you're still having some problems, trying to figure out what kind of product, you can go to Amazon.com, click on the best sellers. Okay. I know it's a lot in here. They have a lot of categories, but pick on the best sellers for Amazon, for Walmart, for Target, things like that. These are just resources that you have that you can just look at what people are buying, especially in the category and for the people that you wanted to serve. So this is definitely something that you can use. It's awesome to use, and these are just awesome tools to have while you're doing your search. So like I said, and then I explained to you guys about AliExpress, like with AliExpress, especially when starting out, it's an awesome resource just to have, to be able to get things at a lower price, like where Walmart and Target, they're getting all of their things to be able to mark up to us, and we buy it here. So a lot of people are like, oh, well, I'll just go to AliExpress. I might have to wait longer, but it's cheaper, things like that, but that's fine. Either way, this is the where you can find your things. eBay.com, like I said, that's where you could actually list certain things for free. You don't even have to start with Shopify. If you're really just like, oh, I don't know about it too much, start on eBay then. Like I said, that's where I started, and it's a good tool to still have and use for those who just aren't ready to and who just don't have anything to start with. Okay. The Scup Smart Express, that's more in Shopify. That's something that you can add to Shopify to be able to get your products over a little bit faster. Once you start saying, oh, okay, I want this product, because as I'm going to show you here after we're done in the Shopify, how, to manually upload your products, it just makes things a lot faster. And also the OFA challenge. And I'm actually going to go into a little bit about that here in a minute, which I'm gonna always recommend to people, because when it comes to the OFA challenge, after you set up your store, the OFA challenge actually helps you out just so awesome. It's just a great tool and a great coaching system to have. So at this point, what happens next? Okay, so now that you know how to set up your store, how drop shipping works, where you can set up your store from, you have the options of being able to do it yourself. Okay, and doing it yourself, you could go through, it does take a little bit longer, but you can do it. You can just go through all the resources that I've given you, and then you can look it up piece by piece as well. Or number two, I provide personal consultations, which I'm willing to do for you. I provide this at $50 per hour. And what I do is I take you one-on-one. I show you how to do everything. Any questions that you have, I will answer for you, and I will work with you personally, so that you're not just going through it by yourself, and you're just stuck with all of these questions. I'm here to help you. I can help you out personally, and I provide these in personal consultations. Or option number three, I actually have, I can actually do this for you. I can set up your own store, have it all ready, have products in your store, and that price, we talk about, what exactly you want, where you want to go with it, and we work it out from there. Okay. So just for attending today, your bonuses, I am going to be sending, you had to, put in your email just to start, and I'm going to send you a free ebook, a 7-step ebook that's usually about $27, but I'm going to send it to you guys for free. It explains to you a little bit, everything, a little bit that I went through and what I've just gone through, just a little bit more, you know, in a PDF form, and it goes over, if you need to remember, you can just go over that. If you want my personal consultations or done for you services, just go here to my Calendly, schedule yourself, and I will provide, and we can talk for a good 30 minutes. I provide a free 30-minute consultation to see where you want to go with things. And the bonus here, after you're all done setting up your store, um I wanted to say, because people ask me a lot, after I'm done setting up my store and I'm getting people here, there's still more that you're gonna have to do. And that's why I will always recommend this One Funnel Away Challenge 30-day coaching. And the One Funnel Away Challenge is only $100 to go through. And I will always tell and recommend this to everybody, because when it comes to the One Funnel Away Challenge, it gives you so much information on how you can actually, you know, market your product, how you can offer your products, how you can be able to design everything to be able to fit. Oh, excuse me, one second. Um, how you could actually be able to fit everything in to be able to tailor it to your own audience. Okay. I will always recommend that for people, because after you set up, these are just questions that are just already going to be there. How you're going to market it, promote it in a way that's going to be able to help you guys. And what it is that when you're having an e-commerce store, and why it benefits you, and why the OFA challenge I'm always recommending is, it teaches you exactly how to make a great offer. It also, it molds everything so that you can work it for your business. And that's why it's just so important that you know that there are things out there that can be able to help you, which I have just found to be so helpful. And one of the things that the OFA challenge that really helped me was, it really reinforces that you can be very successful in an e-commerce business. And no matter what you choose to sell, it shows you how to sell it. It shows you exactly how to tailor it for your audience. So that's why I say, when you actually done setting up your store, do the OFA challenge to really to be able to market it, promote it, and know how to offer it to the who that you already picked. Okay. But other than that, e-commerce, the greatest thing about e-commerce is you can do it from home. You don't have to leave your house. You could do it from your phone. You could have another revenue of income, part-time, full-time, and it's just easy to do. Even if you're just at home, even if you have kids, list something a day, list one product a day, pick a product, and it's just so easy to list. Okay. And it's one of the best resources that I found to just be able to provide, me and my family what we needed. So, in conclusion of that, thank you guys, oh, sorry, that's my calendar link again. Let me go back to it here. You can go there and you could actually, schedule a consultation if you wanted to as well. But other than that, that is the conclusion of this masterclass. I hope you did learn a lot. Um, uh, like I said, if you have time, I'm actually going to go through Shopify. I'm going to show you what Shopify looks like, the back office and everything like that. And here it is. Here is Shopify. Okay. When you sign up with Shopify, this is what they're going to be showing you right here. And when I said the general setup of your store, this is all you're going to need. General setup, your payments, your taxes, the shipping and delivery. Okay, these are I'm sorry, payments, the general setup, the shipping and delivery, and the taxes. This is the only thing that you really need to worry about when you are setting up your store. Okay, when you get more into things of, getting more people into your store, getting more traction, getting more sales, and you want to be able to send out something to everybody. You can make gift cards for people. If you want to go into another, you can even make it in different languages, as you can see here. Hi, baby. And as you can see here, there's a lot of other things that you can do, which are a little bit more advanced, but you don't exactly need that right now. When you're just getting started, just worry about, I'm going to say, worry about the left part right here: general payments, shipping and delivery, and taxes. Okay, so those are the only things that you need to even be worried about right now when it comes to it. And like I said, when it comes to your design of your store, a simple little page right here of the category that you're going to be in, some products right here at the bottom is all you're going to really need to just be able to make money right now. It's that simple. All you have to do is set that up. And I also suggested, like earlier, using Smart Expect to help put products more into your store. I'm going to show you exactly how easy it is to go here and to upload a product to your store. You can just pick products. Okay. You can, as you can see, I have all these products in here, but I only listed a couple of them on my store. But it's just as easy as you add a product. All you have to do is put a title in, a simple description. You add the picture, you put the price that you want to sell it for. You can put the price that it's compared to, because as you can see on Walmart, you'll see, oh, this product is usually $39.99, but I'm going to put it for like 20 bucks. Okay. So that's where you see that at, where you saw on here, $89.99 to $75.99. Okay. So that's how you see that in the regular stores. And that's where you put it all in. Once you do that, all of this, because you've already set up the general shipping and everything like that, this will already be done for you. Okay, and when you do that, that's it, and you save it. And when you save it, it goes right into your library, and your library will go right to your page. So that's how simple it is, just to add a product every day, just to be able to add to your store on a daily basis and start testing out your products. Okay, so like I said, it's really easy with Shopify. They give you all these tips on how you can do it, and don't be overwhelmed by the design. Don't be overwhelmed by the back office. Like I said, all of that will come in time. The general stuff I showed you. Just go into your settings. You set this up right over here, the taxes, shipping, delivery, payments, and the general info about yourself. You go ahead and you list a product, and that's it. The design of the store, you can click here, online store. It's really easy to just set up a little picture. You just go to customize. And this is where you pick your pictures right here, all right here. Pick your picture, pick your collection, and that's it. You can add certain sections. They have a whole bunch of things that you could add on there, which is great. But in the beginning, don't worry about it. Just be simple, list your products, do your image, and keep it moving so that you can make money within 24 hours. Okay, but thank you guys so much for coming. Really appreciate it. If you have any questions, please feel free. I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to be emailing you an ebook, and you can contact me through there. And again, thank you so much for coming, and you guys have a good day.